Lisbon awoke to the sound of church bells ringing across its labyrinth of cobbled streets, their echoes mingling with the pale light of a brisk autumn morning in 1755. The city's white houses shimmered in the gentle sun, hugging the hills that met the restless Tagus River. It was All Saints' Day, a time of devotion and hope, and families crowded into churches, their faces clean and expectant. In the bustling Baixa district, the merchant Manuel Pereira closed his shop with unusual haste, an unease gnawing at him as he watched gulls circle over the sleepy port. The sky betrayed nothing, only a breeze, a hush. Without warning, a great thunder rose, not from the heavens but from beneath the city itself. The ground heaved violently. Pavements split as if cracked by the hand of an unseen giant. Grand churches, resplendent with gold and marble, collapsed on their kneeling congregations. The royal palaces shuddered, and statues wobbled before toppling into roaring dust clouds. Screams rang through the streets, prayers strangled by terror, as chaos overtook the city. Chimneys buckled, bells crashed from their towers, and the very air filled with the acrid smell of lime and fear. Survivors, dazed, some barefoot, most bloodied, staggered out from the rubble. The earth, still groaning with aftershocks, drove the crowds toward the open riverfront, the broad estuary they always imagined as a shield. In their desperation, few noticed the water receding, bearing the muddy riverbed, stranding ships at odd angles. For a moment there was a dreadful silence, a city holding its collective breath. Then, on the horizon, the sea returned, monstrous and unyielding. A wall of water swept upriver, swallowing ships whole and pulling shrieking people into the black depths. The port, moments earlier a refuge, became a grave. Even as the waves retreated and survivors clung to the shattered remnants of their city, yet another horror rose. Fires, sparked by toppled candles and fractured oil lamps, surged through the debris. Warehouse stores of timber and pitch stoked the flames. For 3 days and nights, flames twisted skyward, painting Lisbon's ruins in flickering red. Overhead, the sun vanished behind a mantle of smoke. In these days of relentless disaster, the city's faith was challenged just as surely as its buildings. Was it the wrath of God? Punishment for sins? Philosophers across Europe would soon debate Lisbon's fate, questioning the meaning of suffering, the will of nature, and humanity's hubris. Within the destroyed streets, hungry mobs searched for food, and looters picked over the remains. But among the panic stood the Marquis de Pombal, the king's will-made flesh. Grief did not devour him. Instead, he dispatched orders, the dead were to be buried quickly and disease prevented, survivors fed and organized. Lisbon would be rebuilt not as it was, but as it could be, a city of new avenues and open squares, defended against disaster. Now we bury the dead, and care for the living, he said, his voice carrying over the ruins. So, beneath the ashes and the stench of loss, hope began to smolder. The city's people returned, stone by stone, to raise new walls.